welcome to my channel. My name's Emily, the Petite Beauty blogger, and in today's video I'll be reviewing the LAROC Artistry book. If you are new to this channel, then welcome. This is a channel where we just have fun with makeup, so make sure you are subscribed and to hit the notification bell down below so you're updated on when the videos come out. Now, I got this sent to me the other day. I ordered it. I bought it off one of those YouTube ads, but I just saw it and I absolutely fell in love with it. I thought for my pro kit, it's amazing because it's got some rainbows, it's got all the colours of the rainbow, and it also has some kind of muted nudes as well as shimmers. Now, on first look, I had to get it. How gorgeous is it? I really am obsessed. I'd never really heard of LAROC much, so I did actually have a good look through their chat. So I did actually have a good look through their website, and some of that older stuff does look like the cheap Amazon stuff, but then they have some newer stuff that does actually look pretty good. Now, this is actually for pros, but anyone can use it, but it is a pro palette, and I just love the versatility. There's so many colours. That was my first impression, but then when I opened it, obviously the colours are absolutely stunning, but when I opened it I was like, what's that smell? The shadows smell very latexy. They smell like eyelash glue, you know, that kind of latex fishy smell, which is kind of confusing, but I'm excited to try it because I'm very excited for the colours. So in this palette you get loads of different shades of green with some green shimmers. Then it moves down to blues. There's not as many blues, and there goes the purples, and then you get a couple of pinks. Then again, there's not as many pinks before it goes into the reds, and then down to the kind of blacks and nudes with yellows, and then it just goes into nudes and kind of orangey nudes right there. There's a lot more orangey kind of colours, so it's definitely not a cool tone palette or a neutral, as all the nudes are basically an orangey shade. Okay, so I'm going to be testing this for the consumer and for a pro makeup artist. Now, I thought for pro makeup artists, because we do actually have to take a lot on jobs with us, I thought because it has quite a lot of colours, it could lessen the amount we have to take. So I'm going to see if it's actually very good for that, because I have to take a few palettes with me, and it would help if I could just put this in and maybe a few little extras of shades I don't have. But I'm going to test it to see if it is good enough for a pro kit. Now, this did cost me $34.99, and there is quite a few shades in here. I will count. So there is 48 shades for about £35, so that's actually pretty good. Now, I'm excited to try it. I am going to compare it. I am going to compare it to my EYM Brights palette, because this was a bit cheaper. It was like, this was about £23, and in this shade you get 42 colours, so you do get 6 colours less, but it is cheaper. We're going to test this out, and I'm going to compare it to this because this is my favourite. Okay, so I have primed using, of course, my trusty LIQWYD primer base in 01, and I'm going to get started. Now, I am going to do a rainbow kind of blended out look right up here in kind of like a liner shape, leaving the cut crease bit open, and I'm going to add in some black, because when I get new shadows I always like to give the black a try, because the black is usually one of the hardest ones to get right. So oh, wow, oh my god, that's like a neon pink. That is stunning. I hardly went in that pan, and it's like, oh my, that's gorgeous. So the next shade I'm going in with is Sprinkles, which is kind of like that pinky red right there. Okay, I'm not loving this colour as much as the pink, but it is still nice, so I can't really moan, and I will just blend the two in the middle. The next colour I'm going in with is that orange shade there, which is called Burnt, and that is just a true bright orange. Moving on to the next shade, which of course is yellow, and I'm going in with that shade Circus, which is just a really nice bright yellow. next shade I'm going in with is that shade there, which is called Avocado. And the blue I'm going in with is this one here, and it's called Shy. I'm not in love with this blue. It's just not, it's just like, there's no vibrance to it. It's just a very dull blue compared to what it looked like in the pan. It's not the most vibrant of blues. It's just a bit dull, and it doesn't seem to want to blend with that green very well, so I will go back in with that and try and fix that. And the last colour I'm going in with is that purple there called Fizzy Grape. I will use another brush just to blend that out in a second, like I will do with the others. Now, there's some hits and there's some misses. I think the pinks and the reds worked well, and the yellow. Didn't really like the green. I hate the blue. It just doesn't blend. It's not very bright. The purple I actually love. That has worked out really nicely. And what I'm going to do now is go in with a fluffier blending brush, just to kind of blend out some edges. I will say with that blue, if you stamp it on, the vibrance kind of picks up, but if you try and blend it out, that's when it just goes a bit there. So it's a bit harder to blend out. Now I'm just going to bring it slightly up into my brow just for that added drama. God, I really hate that blue. I'm going to try and fix that blue. I'm going to go in with the shade Pool Party right there to try and fix it, because I really hate that Shy colour. It's a bit lighter, so hopefully it works. If it doesn't, I'm fudged. Okay, right. Love that one. That is so much better. It's just added some vibrance that the Shy blue didn't have. It was actually a Shy blue. Perfect. So, what I'm going to do is now I'm going to create my cut crease. So I'm going to take a tiny bit of my primer. I've kind of got this flat, kind of straight edged brush, which is going to be perfect for doing the lines. Okay, so there is the cut crease completed. I'm actually kind of looking for it. I could leave it this if I wanted to, but we are not going to do that because I like to go full on. So the next colour I'm going in with is the shade Cloud, which is kind of, it's not black, it's more of like a browny black, so that is going to be really cool in my crease. Okay, so I've got this angled brush, which is from Spectrum, and it is the BO4 brush, and I'm just going to be taking that Cloud shade that's kind of a deep, very dark brown, nearly black, and I'm just going to be stamping it, and we're going to create kind of like a wing shape. It's not my favourite, but I'm not like mad at it, and I'm just going to be taking it diagonally and kind of blending up just like so, creating this bigger winged eye shape, which actually will make my small eyes look bigger for anyone that has beady eyes like mine that wants to try and enlarge them without the use of an app. It went on nicely, and what I'm finding with a lot of these shadows is they're not blending great with the other shadows, so just be warned about that. Now I'm going to go in with a fluffier blending brush. This is the Morphe M411. I've been using this most of the time for blending because it is such a nice blending brush, just to help blend out the edges. I might add in some more purple just to deepen it because I'm kind of losing it. Now what I am going to do, because I don't like that edge, I'm going to go back in with my primer, or you can use a concealer just to tidy it up, and then we'll just blend out the edge so it's not a harsh line. Okay, now because that kind of black kind of blended in with the blue, I'm going to take a small brush and I'm going to go back in with that Pool Party shade, and hopefully it works. and it's just going to blend out the black just for that extra fun. This blue just does not want to go on one spot. I don't know whether it's because I had too much primer on one section or not enough, but it's just not working with me. If you can see. Ugh. I was so excited to see this look and now it's just falling away from me. Right, I might give it a try with another brush and see how it works. A more denser packing, more dense brush. Okay, right, that's working better now. I really didn't want to do this much blue, but here we are. It's just, ugh. Let's try and blend it ever so slightly. Kind of. Right, for that extra bit of crease, we are going to go in with a shimmer, because there are a lot of shimmers in this palette and I kind of wanted it to be a muted shimmer because we've done so much colour. So I'm going to go in with the shade Gold Digger, which is that shimmer right there. It's kind of working with the colours because I didn't want too much of a shimmer, just something to set the primer and just to give it a bit of extraness. But I just like it's shimmery, but it's not the best shimmer I have ever had, let's put it that way. You can kind of see a bit of sparkle, so, but I think this look is just patchy as hell. I'm going to add some liner and some lashes because we are going to try and make this look work. Okay, so there are the eyes completed. I did the liner, I did my lashes, and I did mascara. Not looking for the lashes, but I made that choice, so I'm now going to have to stick with it. It's not as intense of a lash as I was hoping. So now I'm going to move on to my final thoughts. Now I'm going to be completely honest with you, this may sound harsh. I'm trying to say this as kindly as possible, but I was really excited for this look, and from afar it looks cool. But I will say is the reds, yellows, kind of like the warmer colours, they blended together really nicely. The blue and the green and the purple did not want to blend at all, and they actually turned out kind of patchy, which I'm kind of mad at. And that cloud shade, which is that dark shade, although it's not pure black in the palette, it's not even close to what the colour is, and everything was just a bit harder to blend out. When you stamp it on, obviously that pink, that dragon fruit was gorgeous. I also liked the sprinkles, I liked burnt, and I also liked circus. So there are some good shadows in there. But what I found is with a lot of the outer shades is that you stamped it and you had this gorgeous payoff. It was bright, it was vibrant, it was bold, but then when you went to blend it out, it just went. Like, the colour didn't go, the vibrancy went, which you want with a rainbow palette. You want the vibrancy and you want the fun. Now, I was at the beginning, because it's had that latexy smell, I was a bit worried about it being on my skin, because I do have sensitive skin, and I'm happy to say it caused no issues. So if you have got sensitive skin, especially sensitive eyes, then there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the smell. Now also the liner did help kind of tie it all together. The shimmer I found, it's weird. I went in with that Gold Digger, which was that one here, and they've kind of got spots in. But once I kind of used some, the spots were starting to fade away. Like, there are some white spots, shimmery spots in with the gold, and what I found is when I did this eye first, is I got a lot of that white shimmer, but then when I did this eye, it was kind of starting to lose the white shimmer and just went gold. So I did nick some other white from another shade, which is kind of a shame, but I just think the spots start to fade out. So it's a bit mixed match of what colour you're going to get, which can be fun, it can be a surprise, but I just didn't like that. It's hard to explain because it was quite hard working. I wouldn't necessarily tell a beginner to go and buy this. Someone with maybe more experience in makeup that might be able to work with it, that's fine, but it was just weird, man. The colours just went on vibrant and then just, they were hard to blend out, but some of them did actually blend out pretty nicely. And I will say, I'm going to finish on a good note. The overall look, I actually love. It took some time to work through, but overall, I love it. Now, I forgot to mention, although that blue was patchy and the purple was kind of patchy, and the green, the rest of the colours are beautiful. I will say that. They aren't patchy, they are thick, they don't lose pigment when you swipe, which I love. So actually, those inner corners to here are beautiful, and I will say the shimmer, when you put enough on, it does actually go really nice. So I will give them that. Some of their shades are absolutely stunning. So really, it's up to you whether you want to get it or not. It was about £35, so it all depends on whether you can spend that much. So there are palettes that are more expensive, and you do get a lot of shades. So please take that into account, that you are getting a palette for £35 with 48 shades, which is actually pretty good considering there are a lot of palettes out there that are like, what, £60 with like 6 shades, which I think is absolutely insane. So although I kept harping on the bad things, you really have got to be positive in the fact that you get a lot of shades for not bad a price. But those are my final reviews. There are quite a few bad, but we are going to be positive and take away some of the good. I do actually kind of, it's a hard one. I'm definitely going to keep it, obviously, because I am not wasting my money, and I am going to have some fun and play around with it, because that's what I like about makeup most, is just having fun and playing around with it. But it won't be going in my pro kit, it will be staying out of there, and I think I'll just be using this for my personal use. So that is the video completed. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you loved the look. I've got a few more videos coming out soon, so please stay tuned. You can watch all my other videos whilst you wait, because there are a few and they are fun, just if you're bored at home, because we are in a lockdown. So binge watch them. I do that with a lot of YouTubers. I binge watch them when I'm bored. So please make sure you're subscribed to my channel and hit the notification bell down below, just to make sure that you're notified of when my new videos come out. You can follow my Instagram at Petite Beauty Blogger. You can like my pro Facebook page at facebook.com/MUA by Emily, and you can also have a look at my pro website as well, which I'll link in the description box, because when this is all over, I am a makeup artist, so I need the jobs. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed this rainbow look, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.